For CMUEagles.com, I'm Brett Knese here with head softball coach Pat Reardon. Coach, coming off a pretty good day. Swept Bethany College, first 5-0 and then 2-1. What does it say about your pitchers, both Haley Kinnison and Jossie Blaze, able to go the distance?
It was big for us just because we've been off for 8 days and coming back after playing 2 really good tournaments. I didn't know exactly where they were at, traveling, things like that, not having consistent practices. We took about 5 or 6 days completely off, so that was something new for us in the beginning of the season. But I think they did some work on their own. We had a good practice working on Sunday and kind of light stuff yesterday, and they came back today and both threw really well. I mean, we played good defense, but they kept the ball in the park, and then we just scored enough runs for Jossie, but we kind of backed Haley up a little bit more, and they both did a good job.
For Jossie, she was able to go the distance partly because in the top of the fifth, 4 pitches, 3 outs. What does that mean about her game? Like, where is she?
I mean, the biggest thing for us after our first 2 tournaments was I really thought the games we lost, playing some good teams and things like that, but I really thought we gave up too many free bases. That was walks, hit batters, errors, things like that, and I really had stressed to my pitching staff that we really, if they're going to hit the ball, let them hit it. And I think we really stayed around the strike zone. I thought that was a big thing. We made the adjustments to the strike zone, and they didn't walk a whole lot of people, and that really helped us out.
It took a while to get going offensively today until the bottom of the third. Lindy there was able to get that 2 RBI double, and that extended the lead, and that gave you guys a little more breathing room. What can you say about the offense today in both of those games?
I guess I would say that's the part that kind of maybe has stayed on spring break a little bit. We really haven't seen live pitching. Like I said, we took extended time off, and we just haven't seen the live pitching that we normally see. We tried to do that on Sunday, but hopefully with our schedule coming up, playing Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we're going to see plenty of live pitching, and hopefully that'll get us back into it. We've got a good hitting team. The coaches put a lot of time into it. And, I know they were a little frustrated today, but I think in the end we got timely hitting and we got what we needed to. And it'll come around. I mean, we're a good hitting team, and, we just got to go do what we need to do.
In that second game, the 2-1 victory was quite a stressful game, I would say, until, well, actually all the way through. You were up 2-0 until the 6th inning. Bethany was able to cut into that lead. How critical was that double play in the top of the 7th?
Oh, that was big, especially, being hit to Hannah, and she kind of had made the error of the play before that. She came back, got the ball, looked at the bases, and made a good play. She kept her head about her and, came right back to her. And taking that runner off third base, the tying run right there with nobody out was big for us. And then, Jossie got another good play, and then a good diving catch by Boatwright at the end to seal it, and that was good. But we've got a good, upperclassman infield, and really solid from catcher to first base, third base, shortstop, and Hannah's played second quite a bit. So we're pretty good on that. We're just trying to work on playing together and figuring out our lineup.
Yeah, not a lot of balls go outside of the infield. A lot of them stayed in the infield. What does that say about your pitching staff today?
Well, one, it was the wind was blowing in really hard. That says one thing. But the other, again, we emphasize keeping the ball in the park, and we emphasize not giving up walks. And I thought both of them. Haley probably had a few more strikeouts. I haven't seen the stats or looked at them. And Jossie's job is, like I said, not give away free bases and get a ton of ground balls, and that's exactly what she did. And she pitched a great game that I was very happy for.
Finally, the coaching poll for the top 25 for the NAI just came out, and Central Methodist moved up in the rankings. We're ranked 16th and now up to 10th in the rankings of the school record. What can you say about that ranking?
It's a ranking. It's something that, I don't put a whole lot of, I'm not saying I don't put a whole lot of emphasis in it, because it's something that we have definitely, the girls have earned. Something that other coaches have recognized us, what we do from our tournaments in the NFCA Classic and down in Gulf Shores. And, it's wonderful for the program. It's great. Again, we've still got a lot of games to play, and that's, it's early in the year. But, just take a step back and look at that and know that you're ranked 10th in the country really does say a lot for the program, where we've come, and really what we do, from my coaches to my players and everybody else.
One last question. Today's game was a non-conference game against Bethany College. How important are these non-conference games to get under your belt here, especially at home, since you haven't been at home that often? So how important are these non-conference games before we get into conference play?
I mean, today we were just happy to get back playing again. Like I said, it's been a long time. Seemed like a long time since we were in Gulf Shores playing. And we try to schedule very competitive games. Bethany's a good team out of their conference. We're going to see a Division II school on Thursday and another top-ranked team out of the KCAC on Saturday, and they go to William Penn on Sunday. So I mean, it doesn't stop for us, and I think playing those type of schools just helps us for the run in our conference, because our conference is going to be tough. We've got a lot of schools now making some noise that haven't been there in the past, and I think every game in our conference is going to be a test.
Central Methodist wins both games of the doubleheader today against Bethany College. First one by a score of 5-0, and the second one 2-1. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you very much.